According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, at least 40 states anticipated water shortages by 2024. That's only 8 years away from today. This is a startling statistic, and this warning should be taken very seriously. Commissioner, we are honored to stand before you today to talk to you about the vital issue of water conservation. Today, BK will tell you about the importance of water conservation and about the harmful effects water shortages are already causing across the country. Greg will tell you some compelling reasons we should all be working together to save water. My name is Melissa, and I'll be telling you about different laws and regulations that complicate water conservation efforts. And Lynn will tell you about some easy ways we all can conserve water at home by making small and easy changes. Finally, we'll let you know how you can help us create big changes right here in our own community.
Melissa. Hello everyone, my name is BK. I'm here to talk about how important it is to conserve our water. As you all know, our bodies is made out of waters, with 60% being made of water for the average adult male and females, and 90% for newborn babies. So as you can see, water is such a necessity for life. Because it's such a necessity, we really need to keep in mind on how to conserve our water usage. In Oregon, our water usage is actually really fine. We don't need to worry about it. But coming from California, I know firsthand what it's like to be in a drought and have our lives actually change for a while. Recently, California just had one of the worst droughts of all time, being the most populous state with over 39 million people, and being the biggest agricultural state. You can probably tell how much water that state will use. So when you take a look here, in 2011, California was actually pretty good, but as the year keeps on going on, we got more and more droughts. With 2014, about 80% of the states being in drought, but then it escalated to 2015, where 90% of the state was in drought, and about 75% was in exceptional drought. Because of this, the Governor Jerry Brown actually signed a bill saying that all California residents must reduce their water usage by 30%, but farmers and anyone in the agricultural field have to reduce by 50%. This actually caused 14,000 agricultural jobs lost, over 421,000 acres of farmland not being used, and that actually caused land to be dried up. So with that, the risk of wildfires also shot up exponentially as well. As this is what it's like during the drought. This was in 2011, but then this was in 2017. This was kind of like a little bit of heartbreak, and it actually changed everyone's lives a lot, including mine. And I feel like people from Oregon, they don't really know what it's like. So I will hand it over to Greg, so he'll explain more about the situation.
Thank you, BK, for going over the importance of water conservation. And now I'm going to talk to you about the reasons of why we should conserve water. The reasons why we should conserve water there is to maintain the aquatic ecosystem, agriculture reasons, save money, all those tie in. If we don't have agriculture, we can't eat. If we don't have water, we can't drink. But the most important one that it's going to go to is protecting our future generations. So please, Madam Commissioner, imagine if you would. This is your grandson. You're watching your grandson and he drinks formula, and you need water for that formula. Your city, you're currently on a block that's on a rolling blackout. Blackout is a scheduled water shortage. They're not going to give you water for a week. And your local convenience store sells a 12-pack of water, but it's $50, and you make $15,000 a year. What is it that you're going to do in order to stop this from happening? I know when I was in the military, when I'd be on a training event for a month, and they tell me I couldn't drink water, I had to have a 2-quart canteen last me for 2 days because we weren't going to get water. That affects your body and everyone tremendously. And the thing that we need to start doing is we need to start conserving now. And the reason we need to start conserving now is a study from the University of Florida Institute of Food and Agriculture stated that 54% of Americans are not water conscious. The other 46% is, but there's still things that everyone could do. The 54%, the majority, we need to touch those people today. Those are the people that we need to have a real impact on and show them that, like BK said, Oregon's fine, but we may not be fine forever. As our first fact, 40 states are going to have water scarcity by 2024. So there's things that we could do in order to ensure the survival and protect our future nations, but there's always issues that arise with water conservation, and those is what Melissa's going to do.
Large-scale water conservation efforts are complicated due to water usage rights. Water ownership and usage laws vary throughout the United States. In some areas, riparian laws give landowners control over the sources of water on their property. In other areas, water rights fall under the prior appropriation doctrine, which gives water rights to the people who are using the water first, and the reserve rights doctrine, which holds water rights for public lands and Native American reservations. Regardless of the type of water rights that are imposed on an area, most water users are still required to obtain a permit from the government before using their water. Due to the complicated nature of water rights in the United States, many government agencies have begun to enact laws and policies around household water usage, targeting both water efficiency and waste. This is vital for the health and safety of our people and environment. California, as BK said, has recently made a lot of laws concerning this, and they've announced that water conservation is going to be a way of life. I think Oregon should really consider doing the same. Household water reduction is one of the easiest ways we can make a big impact on water conservation with minimal effort. But often, homeowners don't know how best they can conserve water. Lynn is going to share some great ways that water can be saved at home.
Okay, thank you, Melissa, for demonstrating the issues that affect water conservation efforts. After learning the effects of water shortage, reason to conserve water, and Melissa's section, it is also important to learn about ways to conserve water. Retaining water may not be as hard as you think. Many simple tricks that we didn't notice can help us to conserve water at home. It is worthy to consider the 5 following methods. The first one is limit water usage. The quickest way to save water is to limit your water usage in your daily life. Don't waste water when it is not necessary. Turn the water tap off as soon as you finish washing your hands or cleaning things from your sink. For outdoor section, reducing the area of lawns may be ideal. Less garden to water and to maintain. By doing such simple things, you can make a significant difference. The second one is saving water while showering. Why not bring a bucket to conserve water while you wait for the shower to warm up? You can use the water you save to flush the toilet or even water the plants in the yard. The amount of water you can collect may vary due to how quickly the water heats up. Besides this, something to think about is shower or bath. According to treecover.com, quote, a bath uses up to 70 gallons of water. A 5-minute shower uses 10 to 25 gallons. Think twice before you make any decision. And if you do take a bath, it is important not to waste those water. You can save the water to flush the toilet or for other use. The third one is use your dishwasher and detergent more effectively. Many people often pre-rinse the dishes before they put it into the dishwasher and start the dishwasher when it is not working effectively. Don't do this. Most of the modern dishwashers don't require the pre-rinse step before you putting them into the dishwasher. Check the manual for the dishwasher you have. Some detergent enable the customer to skip the pre-rinse step, such as Cascade. You can purchase the dish detergent that doesn't require the pre-rinse step, and you don't need to use the dishwasher as often as you thought. I didn't use the dishwasher effectively before, And after I learned how precious water is, I started to um, rethink about how I cook in my dishes. So I try to fit in as much dishes in the dishwasher as possible, and start a load when it is necessary. The fourth one is use a garbage can or compost bin instead of in-sink disposal. It is normal for us to use in-sink disposal to take care of some waste. When using the in-sink disposal, it requires the use of water too. By dumping the waste straight into the garbage bin, water can be conserved and used in the future. Last but not least, pay attention to the leaks. Pay attention to the leaks not only help you to conserve water, but it also helps you to save some money. Water leakage may lead to the increase of water bill. Also, if you don't pay attention to the leak, it may lead to future issues such as building damage, and it costs tons of money to repair those damages. It's not fun to live in the house with mold on the ceiling. A friend of mine remodeled her house recently because of the water damage. The remodeling was expensive. Besides the method that you can do to save water without money input, there are some ways that needs what money input to conserve water. For instance, purchase a front-loading washing machine may be useful. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency stated that a standard washing machine uses 41 gallons of water per load. A highly efficient washing machine uses less 28 gallons of water, saving 6,000 gallons of water for an average family. The front load washing machine allows the clothes to get a thorough wash while only costs half of the water, and it is also more energy efficient to use that. See the website for your preferred brand for more information. Now I will turn the focus back to
Lynn. So as we begin to wrap things up, BK went over the importance of water conservation, showing in a few short years, California went from fine to an extreme drought state. Melissa went over that there's politics that could potentially get in the way of water conservation. And then Lynn has gone over the ways to conserve water, and I myself, I went over the reasons in order we should conserve water. So what our group is asking from you as we stand here today is a spot in your budget, around $15,000, in order for us to form water conservation crews, and these crews would consist of 3 members that are trained from a city official in order to go to homes and businesses and conduct water surveys with the attached sheets that we had in our paper document presentation. This is to prevent from what BK stated with California Governor Jerry Brown, enacting that they had to limit water usage. We don't want that to happen in Oregon, so we would like for our crews to be the ones to have an interactive education with the homeowners, renters, and business owners. So with that, this would help us put our future first and start saving lives with water conservation today. And we would like to thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to our group's presentation, and we hope that the information that we provided you will help in guiding your decision on a proposal. So thank you and have a great day.